Hi guys, today I'm going to be filming my how to prevent hypo 3 tips for type 1 diabetes, and these are the methods that I use to prevent mine, and they could work with you, I don't know. But I've wrote everything I want to say down, so if I'm looking down it's because my words run away with me, and if I've got a focus point I will. So my first one is correct carb counting, and by learning to carb count correctly it will dramatically reduce the amount of hypos you have. And for a long time I was the sort of person that would just round up carbs just to make the sums easier, because it does require a lot of maths and at times I'm just so lazy. And for example, like a meal, if it was like 75.67, I'd just round it up to 80, just so in my head it was easier. But I realised that I carry my phone on me, and most people do. So if you have your ratios which you work out with your dietitian or your nurse, you can easily do the division and the sums on your calculator. And I'll leave the sums I do down in the description, because if I say them I'm going to mess them up. But basically you can get the most precise carb counting insulin amount from just doing the sums correctly, and it's a lazy way, but it's an effective way. My second tip is planning ahead. If you know prior to doing your insulin that you're going to be doing something that will affect the amount of insulin, always take the activity into consideration. Again, by talking to your dietitian or nurse, you can sort specific ratios out for certain activities. I know that when I'm shopping it involves a lot of walking, and I'm going to need to slightly decrease my insulin amounts, as any kind of long cardio will make my bloods drop a lot. And I find when I'm doing cardio my recovery time from a hypo is a lot longer, and I find it a lot harder to come out of the hypo when I'm doing cardio. So I don't like to drop, and I'm very wary of this one. My third one, my last one, is reassurance. I don't know if this one's just me, but when I'm stressed or worried about my bloods tend to follow and make me feel so much worse by dropping. It's a vicious cycle really, which I used to often find myself in when I was in school. My biggest issue was when I had no treatment foods in my bag for school, and I would just worry about it all day, and I wouldn't carry them because I was always really tempted to eat them or drink them, and I quite often did, so I never carried them, but I was always really worried that I would have a hypo and I'd need them. But I just taught myself that the lesson really, I really needed them. It put me in a really bad situation, and now I just keep everything separate, and I just know in the back of my head that I'm going to need them, so don't eat them. But my tip is just to keep them more zipped away, more secure, just so you're not as tempted, because in your mind it might slightly be like a barrier. So that's what I tend to use. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope the tips have actually been helpful, and these are the ones that I use. If you enjoyed my video and want to see more, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!